First thing people need to realize is that we did not just come up with this idea as Kenya Kwanza. Unlike our colleagues in Azimio during the campaigns, we had meetings across the regions, in every county, engaging Kenyans. When we committed and promised the hustler funds, we went back to the common mwananchi to give us their views about that. And people could give their statements. You know, the mama bogas would say, I usually borrow from this, from Fuliza or from this Shylock, and I pay exorbitantly, and I need something that I can be able to manage and stuff like that. But let me say this. Number one, it's just for lack of a better word. It is not really interest. It is self-maintenance cost for this fund.
You're talking about the
0.02%. Because, like Governor Omatangi has just said, can you imagine you're borrowing 500 shillings? Within 2 weeks, you refund with an extra 1 shilling. How do you call that one interest? I mean, really, in all fairness, how do you call that one interest? You're only being told, for purposes of discipline, for purposes of knowing that at least there is something that you also need to grow. And you know, we are also offering you an opportunity to gradually grow your ratings. You grow your, you grow your borrowing rating gradually.
Okay.
We're also offering you an opportunity that you repay within 7 days for free.
It's not free.
Senator is not saying that.
It isn't, Honorable Osoro.
It's not free.
Because, just hang on, to be clear, the loan from the fund attracts low interest rate of 8% a year, calculated per day, and no collateral is required, no CRB listing, the advantages that
Exactly, there is no CRB listing.
But then again, what's then the 8% in your view? What's the language? How would you term it?
8%, as I said, is calculated on pro rata basis, per annum.
Yeah, but what is it?
Per annum. In as much as it's called interest,
it is
in my view,
so
it is not in my view, because we all live in this country. How much do we pay on Fuliza or all the other digital borrowing platforms?
Okay, your views are important, but then this is what part of regulation. It terms it as an interest rate of 8%.
Interest rate of 8%. Calculated on pro rata basis. We are saying, let's go now practicality of it. Stop looking at it as you're looking at it from the point of interest. You've borrowed 500 shillings. In 2 weeks, you pay an extra 1 shilling. Do you still call that on interest?
53 cents.
Yes.
What do you call it?
Do you still call that on? In my opinion, that is not interest. I mean, you ask any Kenyan, he'll tell you that, really, I've just paid 1 shilling.
Well,
now, on the issue of saving,
okay,
there's a very important aspect that Senator Sylvanus said. We're also telling you that once you borrow this amount of money, then 5% of that amount is going to be placed on the savings scheme for you. Then the 5% savings scheme, 70% of that 5% will be a long-term pension, kinda, and 30% short-term pension, kinda. I mean, really, this is a government that takes care of you.
Okay.
We all live in this country. We know how our old people who've even served in this country for long, how they live. But we are telling you that it is necessary for you to say, for your future.
All right.
I mean, what better thing can we have as a country?
Then at what point, before I come to Honorable Governor Kimano Mata, at what point then can I withdraw my savings? I mean,
No, it's as it grows, because even as we made the regulations, as you keep on growing, it gets to a level whereby you can actually regularize your savings because it is yours and accessible at any given time, unlike not the pension one. Your savings.
Osoro, you're misleading us.
I mean, the borrowing aspect is the emergency. I mean, to be clear again, before I go to Honorable Matangi, I need a clear answer on this. You talked about the 5%.
Yes.
That you said 70% goes into the long-term plan of savings. At what point then can I withdraw, because there are emergency cases and also appreciated by the president? For example, medical emergency, what happened?
You see, the medical scheme or anything, those are different things.
No, the saving schemes. When can you access the savings?
Let's say use of that money.
But it is your money.
So how can how can I get that money?
But it is your money. You have.
So how do you get it? Who has it? Okay. You see, this is what they call kizungu mingi. This is kizungu mingi.
Okay, hang on, Governor. Yes, Governor.